Two more people.
So today we will discuss about the Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is one of the most popular CI/CD tools now in the market, and it's open source software. So anyone know Jenkins master, Jenkins slave? Any idea? No idea, right?
No.
So
Jenkins provides. Can you hear me?
yes,
Jenkins provides the pipeline, the plugins for build,
yes.
and then code scan, then
No,
repositories.
code scan done by another.
I know, but Jenkins has the flexibility to attach a uh,
Right.
sonar cube or check marks, so that in the Jenkins you can specify what build agent we can use, what code scan tool we can use, what artifact you want to save, all those things.
Right. Okay. So my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Coming to Jenkins, it's a continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Okay, it is a open source automation server commonly used for commonly used for building. Building what? Building application.
Source code,
Sorry.
building source code.
Yes. Yes, we have some codes. Okay, so using that code, we need to build that code. Okay, for upper version. That's called application. So building here we can say like yeah, the code plus then confuse code to application app. That's called building. Okay, there is some codes, there are codes there. Okay, so for any language, but the build I mean Jenkins will build the code, and what will then after building it will deploy. So build will deploy. Deploy where? Deploy to our next stage, like even in the pre-pod or the production or anywhere. Okay. So this part done by the Jenkins. So coming to a software development lifecycle, this is one of the major parts. I mean, the building and the testing, then deploying our application to the production environment. And Jenkins make a make a workflow from A to from source to production. Okay, so there we are using for this scenario we using CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins. So this is our GitHub. I mean the repository where our code belongs. GitHub. Okay. So, from here, okay, from here to this is the infra part actually, DevOps part. Okay. Okay. So this is the DevOps part. I'm not DevOps part, total DevOps. Okay. And this part is called the operation part, like where the IT guys, I mean, DevOps engineers, all things are done this part. And this part is dev part. Development part. Mostly developers are work here and they push the code to their central repository. I mean, here we can consider the central repository is GitHub. So from here, so from here to this is our production environment. And this is our integration part, I mean, continuous integration. Here we configure Jenkins for building and automate testing, deployment, all things done by the Jenkins. Okay. Jenkins. So here we need to create a service connection between the GitHub with the Jenkins. Here there is a connection. Okay. Most probably we are using webhook connection. Okay. Webhook. That's one of the features of GitHub. Webhook. So these two have a connection. Okay. For example, if there is a code here, okay, if any change happen in the existing code, okay, then the Jenkins know there is a update in the main source code, I mean the main code. So Jenkins will automatically do what? Automatically build again. Okay, and deploy. Build and deploy. If we can add more like the checking, for example, in a production environment, okay, coming to a production environment, we need to add so and other scanning tools like SonarQube. SonarQube. SonarQube is for static code analyzing. Okay, for example, in the main source code here, if the code have any bugs or any vulnerability, any hidden access URL, anything like that, coming to here, I mean, the code coming to Jenkins, then Jenkins will verify before deploying to the production. Jenkins verify the code is good to go to the, I mean, push to the production. So Jenkins just to send the code to the SonarQube, and SonarQube will verify the code is good. We can go with the production. Then SonarQube check that thing, and then Jenkins will okay. Then Jenkins will send the code to the production. So here we need to integrate SonarQube with the Jenkins. Got it. So these are the parts, okay. I mean, these are the jobs done by the Jenkins. Jenkins is the main component in coming to Jenkins CI/CD pipeline. So the Jenkins is the master part. We consider it's the master part to manage all things from building and to sending the application to each components that we integrate with the Jenkins. Here we can add more things like as per the requirement. For example, the SonarQube will verify the code. Okay, I mean, like this is a workflow. I will show that thing. Here some codes. Okay, code. This is a scratch project. Consider this is a scratch project. This is the code. So when we running, first we need to create a job in Jenkins. Okay, a job. For job means, yeah. For example, we need to deploy an application in CI/CD pipeline using CI/CD pipeline. Application 1. This is our application. So we have the code, right? The code is in the GitHub. Application code in GitHub. The code part is ready. So we need to build the application using CI/CD and deploy the application to our production environment. Here the production environment consider this have a Docker. We are deploying our application to Docker. Okay. So first code will be here in the main repository. Okay, main or master, and we integrate with the Jenkins. So Jenkins know there is a code, or we just go to Jenkins and build manually. Okay, this is job 1 for this application, and we will provide so many things inside the job 1, because we created job 1 for application 1. So when we build the job 1, the Jenkins will getting the code from the GitHub, and here Jenkins build the code. Then it will send it to the Sonar Cube here for checking if any code issues or any code smell or code vulnerability. So the Sonar Cube will verify good. Then we can forward the build application. So after our image is done, okay, build image is good, we can further to the production. Before that, we need to save the image to our registry. What are the registries are there? We can consider registry Docker Hub. Okay, registry is where the images are belongs. Okay, we have a company account or private personal account. Coming to production, we have a company account, company credential and all things for the Docker. Here the name is Docker Hub. Okay, Docker Hub. So after checking code all things, then we can just move the image. Okay, we have the image. Okay, so we can move the image to the Docker Hub.
Can I stop you? I have a question.
Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Not clearly actually.
You were talking about webhook, right? Webhook.
Yes. Here and
The webhook, is it something like Bitbucket?
No. Webhook is
No?
we configure webhook for creating a service connection with Jenkins to GitHub.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that Jenkins know there is a connection from where there's a connection from GitHub. Like I will show you. And here you can see my screen, right? So go to settings, we can see.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the webhook. This is one of the service, okay. And here we need to configure our webhook. We can add a webhook, okay. Here we need to provide the payload URL, and our payload URL is Jenkins URL, okay. Here we need to specify the Jenkins URL and add the webhook. So it will create a connection from the GitHub to Jenkins. So the next time Jenkins know if any code updates happen in the GitHub, it will automatically build the code. Got it? So yeah. The next thing is, we need to add the images. So the Jenkins automatically push the image to the Docker Hub. We didn't bother about that thing, but we need to provide each scenario in different stages. Okay, we need to create the pipeline and we need to specify each scenario. So the Jenkins know these are the step-by-step tasks to do. So Jenkins will do the each task automatically. I mean each task means first task is to getting the code from here to here. The next task is to send the code to the SonarQube. And the next task is, if everything is done, send the image to the Docker Hub. The next task is, and after all things, we need to push the code to the Docker. Okay, I mean the production. So each task be defined in the Jenkins pipeline as stages. Okay. So
I have a question.
yes.
Yeah, Sonar Cube. Once Sonar Cube check the code quality, if it is everything is good, it should send back to the Jenkins. How it
Yes.
sends to the Jenkins?
There is a feedback option in Jenkins.
Okay.
And we need to specify in the stage if the thing is done, we can go to there. And SonarQube will after gives us a output after analyzing. Okay, if everything is with a URL, actually, just we can click the URL and we can see the code details.
Okay, thank you.
SonarQube mostly under the DevSecOps, okay, not DevOps most probably. And we can consider it as a DevSecOps.
Okay.
Yes, Andrew. Proceed. Yes. The question is in Jenkins, we have another portion where you integrate GitHub URL. This is just a webhook seems to be opposite side. First, we need to create a connection. This is for SCM polling. Okay. SCM polling means if any changes in the URL, I mean in the source code, automatically we need to getting the code using SCM polling. For SCM polling, we need to add our GitHub. So as a service connection, we have the GitHub account here, and this is a Jenkins. Okay, this is GitHub. This is Jenkins. So here, this is our URL. Okay, application URL. Application URL. So first we need to create a job. This is our job 1. So in the job 1, we need to provide so many information of our application URL, our repository URL, and so many things. All things we specified inside the job. But before that, we need to integrate the GitHub with the Jenkins server. So that we using webhook. Webhook connection, creating a webhook connection to this service, both one. Got it. Andrew, is that clear or? Yep. Okay. So, these are the high level of Jenkins, okay. And some features we can automation. Automation is one of the main feature of Jenkins. Okay. I mean, Jenkins allows us to automate various aspects of software development, including building, testing, and deployment. And it will trigger jobs automatically based on the code changes. Then version control integration. It's another one features of Jenkins. I mean, Jenkins support distributed builds, enabling us to distribute test build tasks across multiple nodes or agents. We can configure Jenkins server in two different ways. Okay. I mean, coming to the lab, as per the requirement, we can configure, I mean, set up the Jenkins two different way. One is we just spin up a machine, a virtual machine, and install Jenkins directly into the machine. Okay, EC2, E2, and install the Jenkins here. Okay. Install Jenkins here. This is a single node Jenkins. For example, coming to production, there is multiple jobs. Okay, simultaneously we need to run the multiple jobs. For that scenario, we need to scale. Sometimes we need to scale the Jenkins resources. So that we need to create a master node and a slave node. Okay, for Jenkins. That's like this. First, we need to spin up a machine, and we call it as a master. This is Jenkins master. And we create another machine, EC2. And we consider this as a slave. Jenkins slave. Got it. And we need to integrate these things. I mean, these two machines. So the Jenkins master know there is a node. I mean, there is a slave for Jenkins. So the slave will do the task most probably. And we can add more slave, okay, as per the load or as well as requirement. For example, the projects counts are high sometimes, okay. For example, now we are serving 10 projects and running 10 different projects in 10 different pipelines. And the slave can handle that thing. Next time we got some other jobs like 20 or 30 jobs. So that time the slave can't handle that much of loads. So we need to add more slave here. Again, we need to add another slave and we need to attach that slave to the master. Got it. There is a service connection. Slave. This is called scalability. Okay. We need to scaling our Jenkins node. And all are clear, right? So I'm going to create a single node Jenkins. Okay, first I will create a single node. For test purpose, we can go with a single node. Jenkins. Choosing machine, I am choosing Amazon. Yes, for this scenario, we need to ensure that in AWS, if where the Jenkins, for example, this master in VPCA, so make sure all the things, all other slaves are in same VPC. And Jenkins default port number is 88. Okay, so we need to add that to in our machine and security group to not HTTP. Okay, choose the custom TCP and the port range is 8080. Anyone before configuring or set up Jenkins? No one? Okay, our machine is ready. So I'm going to connect with the PowerShell. For Jenkins, some prerequisites are there. Okay, we need to install Java, JDK, I mean Java, as a dependency to run Jenkins. So first we need to install Java in our machine. So there is an official documentation offered by Jenkins, AWS, Jenkins. Yes. This is the one for how to install Jenkins in AWS. Okay, we can choose our code machine here for Ubuntu, all things here. Just to copy in chat. Just save it, okay, all of you. So here all things are provided by Jenkins. So these are the steps, okay, downloading and installing Jenkins. So first we need to update the machine, I mean package in our machine. Copy. Then this is the repo, okay. So we need to add the Jenkins repo. And now it's done. And there is a key. So this is the key. We need to import that key. And after that, just upgrade them. Then install Java for Amazon Linux 2. Just leave this thing, okay? We are going with the 2023 because this is the latest one. And you can leave this because sometimes it will make some error. Go with this Java. So now installing Java. The next thing is we can directly install Jenkins. Jenkins is installed. So again, I'm using systemctl to check the status. Start the Jenkins service. After verify the status, it will take some time to start the Jenkins service. Jenkins plays a crucial role in software development pipelines. So we need to dig more into Jenkins actually. So just checking the status if the Jenkins active or not. Yes, it's running and active. Okay. Then how we access our Jenkins using our machine's public API, right? With the port number. 8080 is the Jenkins port number, default port number. So this is the first page when after configuring our Jenkins. Unlock our Jenkins using administrative password. So the administrative password is in our machine. So how to see the administrative password using this command? We need to cat this initial admin password. So go back again and catting. This is the administrative password. Okay. Just copy. Paste it here. Continue. We can go with the suggested plugin. So it will automatically installing some common plugin. These are the plugins.
As this is downloading, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
There is something I observe during what I have learned so far when it comes into installation of an application. So I have studied something that is it now, this is how they do it, the way you are downloading, it's like you download a whole URL like HTTP and it becomes so easy. Is this something you can talk about, like to explain that, okay, before we use some kind of steps. You have to download Java, you have to download, update, all kinds of things. But when you are doing it, your doing is very short and simple with a lot of URL.
Yes.
Is it a new style now that I can, so that I can put that one in my mind?
Yep. You mean these steps, right?
Yeah. But other steps also, you use it in a simple way when you are doing Kubernetes to install. It's like they're all the same, but yours is very short and simple. That's what I mean.
Yes. Actually, this is a simple step. Okay. This is the one we are doing, right? Yeah, updating our system package. And this is for adding the Jenkins repo. You can see like wget for getting the repository. I mean, this is where the Jenkins package. You see, copy. This is the package, and this will fetch using wget. It will fetch this repository to our machine. Okay, got it. And this is our EC2 machine. This is and we are installing Jenkins. This is our terminal. EC2 terminal. This terminal, okay. This terminal. And now we are installing Jenkins. So before installing any application, okay, first we need to update our packages. I mean, our system packages. So first we are going with yum update. So it will update the package. Then the next command is, next thing is add the Jenkins repo using the following command. This is the command for adding the Jenkins repo. So next we are doing adding Jenkins repo. Okay. So after running this command, this is wget. Okay, wget we are using for getting the the package from internet. Okay, so there is a package in this directory. So this that's in internet, anywhere in the internet. I mean, this is a URL. So when we are running this thing, what will happen? The wget will go to this directory where this belongs in the internet and getting the package to our terminal. Okay, just no, the terminals know there's a package. So we need to specify to installing that package. Okay, we didn't install our, this means our application is installed in our, and this didn't means, okay, install in our terminal. So now we have the package, okay, just a package and the key. This key is for key. This key is for authenticate this package. Okay, got it. So for example, we need to install this Jenkins with the, using the package. So for that, we need to using a key. So same way we are using the key in our terminal. Okay, yes. So the terminals know there is a package and there is a key. And then we need to upgrade our full packages. That's all. If, for example, first we update the machine. Okay, I update the package of our base machine. Then we clone up some repository in our terminal, and we fetch some key for the corresponding repository. Then again we need to upgrade the packages. If anything more, we need to add or anything like that. So that's why we are using yum update. But in our case, there's nothing to upgrade or anything. Now we have the things, okay. Now we have things to move forward. So we didn't install the Jenkins, okay, as of now. So as a prerequisite to install Jenkins, we need Java because the Jenkins build up with Java. So the next step is we are downloading and install Java. Okay, I mean installing Java directly. So this is the command. Again, we are in terminal. This is a command for installing Java because this is a prerequisite. That's why we are installing Java first. Okay, got it. So after done, we can directly install Jenkins. This is the last step. Install Jenkins. Got it. Andrew.
Yes, I got it. I got it.
Okay. So yes, each part done. Then yeah, this is the first. We need to create a first admin user to access our Jenkins portal. So we need to provide a name like admin, username is admin, password. We need to provide a password. And provide an email ID. Okay. First, we need to provide a username to access our portal. Okay. Then confirm password.
We have a quick question.
Hmm.
So here you
Your voice is great.
password.
Once
Okay.
more.
In this session, you used your username password for Jenkins login, right?
Yes. No, I am providing now the username and password. The username is admin, and I am providing a password.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is Jenkins allows a default user creation without a license or the temporary license. You are using the temporary license, right?
License in the sense of this is open source actually. Jenkins is open source.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's why we are clone up the repository and install in our local machine. Okay. So providing all things and we can save and continue. And this is our URL. Okay. Where now we are in the same URL. You can see. Just shows that thing and save and finish. And you see Jenkins is ready. Start using Jenkins. So now we are landed with the Jenkins user interface. This is our dashboard, Jenkins dashboard. Here we can using these tools like build history, Jenkins manage, view, new items, and these are the dashboard. And after build, we can see our build section here. Now this is the first time, that's why it's like welcome Jenkins and all things. And here we can see our credential, build, configure. Then we can log out here, just log out and verify again using the same username and password. here. Yes, now I'm logging with my given username and password. So here we, for example, we have to create a application deployment using Jenkins CI/CD. So first we go with the new item. You see here so many options there, which pipeline, I mean, which technique we need to create for the application. Here we can choose freestyle project, pipeline-based project, multi-configuration project, folder-based project, multi-branch pipeline organization folder. And these are all the requirement. As per the requirement, we need to create or we need to choose appropriately. For most probably creating from scratch, okay, we need to create scratch. We can go with the freestyle project. First, we need to give a name, app1, and we can choose any project type, okay. For freestyle, we can build up with scratch. We can choose whatever we need and okay. And this is our configuration page for our CI/CD. So all things we provide in this section, I mean the general section, source code. This is the first section, okay. We need to provide as per our need, which things we need to follow. Then source code, we need to provide the source code management. We need to provide a build trigger, and we need to provide build environment and build steps, post build action if any, then we need to provide that thing and save the thing. So our pipeline is ready, but our pipeline is not built. Pipeline configuration is ready. Then we can build manually or automatically as per our need. Got it? So I am not configuring anything in this section. I'm just leaving. Today I'm just showing how to install Jenkins in a single node and how to, I mean, in master and slave. So this is called a single node Jenkins, okay. Got it? And this is a pipeline, okay. I mean the project we are now created. But in this project, we didn't provide anything. So it just shows like this. So, yes. Now we created a pipeline. I'm sorry, pipeline Jenkins, install Jenkins. In a EC2, okay. This is our EC2. EC2. And in that EC2, we configure, I mean, we set up Jenkins and this is ready. So this is a single method, okay. For a test purpose or learning purpose, we can go with this scenario. When coming to production environment, we are configuring Jenkins master and slave. The same scenario we talked before. We configure as 2 machine and install Jenkins in 1 machine, and we call it as a master, and we create another machine and we call it as slave. Okay. For in our scenario, we configure Jenkins in EC2. So we just make as a master, or we can consider this as a master. Okay. So the next thing, we need to create another machine for the slave. And we need to add that slave in this Jenkins server. So that go to the EC2.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in the real-time scenario, why they use single node Jenkins? Single node.
In production or?
Yeah, anytime they use the Jenkins with the single,
No.
like what you did.
No. For this scenario, I mean, creating a machine and install Jenkins in that machine. This is a single node Jenkins. We couldn't say that is a master or slave because in a single node we install Jenkins. That's all. When coming to production environment, we need to, we need to configure 2 machines. Okay, instead of the 1, we need to configure 2 machines, and a single machine we need to install the Jenkins, and we called as that is the master, okay. And we configure another machine. Already we configure another machine, and we add that machine to this master Jenkins as slave.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. The scenarios, like we discussed the scenario because so many projects there. I mean, so we need to
Can I
balance.
say something?
Yeah. Yes.
So in the enterprise environment, actually Jenkins itself can be deployed as a container so that they may create multiple instances to take care of multiple projects being built or managing the load balance, all those things.
Hmm. You mean installing Jenkins in Docker, right?
Yeah, correct. Because
Uh,
that will take care of multiple sessions or multiple instances, all those things, scaling, everything.
all things are as per the requirement actually. For example, if we are in a company, our lead or manager ask us to you configure Jenkins Docker or Kubernetes or virtual machine, then we just go to the scenario. That's all. The same scenario there. You're going to Docker, then we need to provide all things in the Docker. That's all. Got it. All are infrastructure, right? Virtual machine is infrastructure, Docker is infrastructure, and Kubernetes is infrastructure. So our application Jenkins is like an application, okay. So we can install this application in any infrastructure, no problem. Got it.
Yeah,
Yes.
understood.
Yeah. So yes. So we are going to create a slave, okay. So go to the EC2 machine and launch one machine. Slave, Jenkins slave. And the phone is enough. I am just changing this to small. Home is enough. Make sure, okay, when we creating slave, we choose the correct VPC where the master belongs, okay. My master is in VPC client, so I'm choosing the same VPC here. Everything is fine.
And subnet, you have used main subnet or different
I'm
subnet?
using public. For subnet, my requirement is I just log into my machine, that's all. So I am using a public subnet.
But for the master, what you have chosen?
Master also in public, that's why I'm logging to the master.
So both are in public subnet, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Mhm.
I am again going to PowerShell.
And for the slave, we are not opening any port. As for the master, we opened 8080, right?
Yes, for slave, we need to open one port for one protocol. So we will open that.
Okay.
So here we do anything, just update the package and install the Java. That's all. And one more thing, we need to install one agent. That agent will communicate with the slave to the master. So how we add the node in the Jenkins? Okay, so go to the Jenkins, okay, Jenkins dashboard. So in Jenkins dashboard, how we manage the Jenkins configuration? All things are under the manage Jenkins. Okay, under manage Jenkins, there is so many options here like system configuration, security, status information, troubleshooting, tools and actions. So here we need to add node. Okay, this here we can see the node. So here we can add node option here. Click the add node. So give it a name for our slave. This is our slave. Okay, we are going to add our slave machine. Slave 1. And this is a permanent agent. Okay, so choose as a permanent agent. Create. Here we need to provide some information, root directory of the slave machine, and yeah,
This node we should not get confused with the Kubernetes nodes, right? These are Jenkins nodes, slave
uh,
nodes.
yes, don't confuse with the Kubernetes node. Okay, we can call node as a instance of a machine. Okay, we can call it as a machine. That's all. Got it. For example, we have 10 laptop. Okay, physical laptop. We can call it as 10 node. Got it. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Any doubt?
No.
Okay. I mean, you.
No doubt, but I have a question.
Mm.
You know, all this is like an infrastructure already being created when you are joining a company. I believe so.
Sorry.
But I'm saying that all this infrastructures is already set up before you are joining a company.
Yes. Most probably, so many projects are there. For example, yeah, we in our company there is ongoing projects are there, right?
Yeah. So it means
Each companies have their own projects currently running. And for example, there is 10 projects ongoing there with the CI/CD pipeline or Azure pipeline, any pipeline. So we joined that company. Okay, at that time, that 10 projects is ongoing. They're handled by some other DevOps engineer, and they will train us. These are the things we are following, and with these we are things we are built.
okay.
They will give us the KT, okay, KT section. So we can easily know the scenario and their work culture.
I see.
Then we can
Thank you.
easily manage it. And sometimes we need to create from scratch as well. For example, if any new clients there, we need to do the same things, right? I mean, to deliver their clients resources using these ACD pipelines. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a default root directory I'm providing here, home Jenkins agent. And the name is slave01. And we didn't provide anything in the description label. And I think we are good to go. Now I am in Jenkins master machine, okay, master server. So I need to add one more port, a custom port that's for 50,000. 50,000, port number 50,000 for JDLP, okay. Create a custom port. TCP is fine. Choose a custom port and the port number is 50,000. This is a JNLP communication. Actually, for a JNLP means Java Network Launch Protocol. Okay. So the slave sending data through this port to the master using a agent, and we need to install the agent to the slave machine as well. I'm just enabling the port number 50. And all of you are familiar with the port, right? We cover the ports, logical ports. All of you.
Yes.
Yes. How many ports are there, logical ports?
I remember some 62,000 or something, right?
65,535.
Okay.
And most probably hackers will attack our machines using these ports, right? The open ports. So we need to ensure. Coming to cloud computing, you can see here in security group. Security group is actually like a firewall, okay? So by default, all ports are disabled in when we configure any EC2 machine. So we just allowing that machine port, right? For accessing SSH, we need to just opening that port number 22 for the SSH connection. When we deploy a web server, we just go to the web server protocol like HTTP or HTTPS, enabling 80 or 443 for accessing the web content. Otherwise, we are disable all the ports. Got it? Same way in our laptop or in our local desktop or anything like that, same happen. So we didn't bother about the ports or is any ports opening or not. So that's why the hackers will easily gain access to the ports, open ports. They have some scanners to scanning open ports of the victim machine. Yes.
So for the ports enabling, we are
Hmm.
giving 0.0. From anywhere access, right? So I don't know, actually, we need to do like that, or we need to mention a particular IP address.
Yes. Like for example, we have a credential machine in cloud computing or cloud, okay, in EC2. And the requirement is only the manager of our company needs to access that machine. No one else access, okay. So what will you do? Go to the edit inbound option. Here you see how we access. I mean the manager access using SSH. Consider he is using SSH to access the machine. So here we only provide SSH connection to a anywhere IP, anywhere my custom IP. Okay, choose the custom IP and give the IP from the manager. Manager have a public IP, right? So
Okay.
we need to paste the public IP of the manager here. So the only one who can access the machine is the manager.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And for example, in my IP, it will automatically fetch my IP. This is my IP, public IP. Okay. So only I can access the machine. If I anywhere in the IP, anyone can access this machine, this EC2 machine using the public IP and the PEM. Otherwise, they couldn't access.
So generally in the real time, it won't be like that, right? We don't give anywhere. We give
No,
but
yes. For front-end application, we need to expose application, right? So we need to provide that thing. For example, coming to real scenario, we need to deploy application with the different tiers, like front-end tiers, back-end tiers, application tiers. So each tires we keep in different subnet. Okay, for backend server, we need to keep our databases. Mostly the backend backend side, our database are there, right? So we need to keep the database in the public subnet, right? In the public subnet, we didn't route anything. The route table. So that we create, sometimes we create the NAT for accessing the internet access. So all things we need to configure in the security group as well in the root table.
Okay, thank you.
So now I am save the root. Yeah, go back to okay. I think we are good to go. Just save. Now you see our slave is shown here. You see slave one, and the slave one status is offline. You see, just to click the slave. For this disable agent not delivered, but this is create the configuration. Then it is enabled. Yes, we need to mark the web socket. Okay, so now it's done. Go to the nodes. Again, it's offline. The last step, we need to install the agent to authenticate with the slave node connection. So the first we copy the agent installation package. Okay, this is the curling. I'm curling this package. I mean, this is the agent directory from internet. Okay, it will directly install the package, agent package. So I'm copying the entire command and go to the slave machine. Okay, this is a slave machine and paste here, hit enter. Java, no problem. We didn't install Java. So going install the Java, same version Java. Okay. I'm installing Java in the slave as well. Okay. In both machine, we need to install Java. And enable the port number 50,000. That's for Java network authentication. I mean, yes, now the Java is installed. JNLP is enabled. Then yeah, in master we add the node, okay, and name it the node, and we give the root directory for the slave, that is home Jenkins agent, and we install Java. Then we are going to install the agent. Copy the thing. Now you see it's connected. So go back, it's idle, go to node. You see our node is now seen here, okay. Linux, in sync, 6 GB, and the temporary space, all things are listening here. Some due to low space, this low space, it will go to offline. We need to configure that thing. Or we choose a big machine, okay, like T3 medium or like machine to add as a Jenkins. Now the agent is connected. This way we configure agent slave, okay, I mean master, and create a master Jenkins. Then we add our node machine. We can add more node machine here. Go same way we can go to the node and add more node and do the thing. First we install the Java, then enable install the agent. So it will list all things here. Got it. Anyone have any doubt?
So when we are opening the ports, for the slave one, we have opened the port in the master, right?
Sorry?
So for the slave one, we have opened the port in the master, right?
I mean the JNLP port.
Oh yeah, JNLP port. If we take another slave, so how to configure the port?
Actually, this is the Jenkins server, okay. So here we are enabling port 5000, right? That's for the protocol JNLP.
Yeah.
That means Java Network Launch Protocol.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I am enabling this, okay, here.
Yeah.
Where is 5000? And the source is, you see the source, any IP. That's why I am providing a 000. Okay. So the same scenario, this is the existing slave. Consider this is slave one, okay. Slave one, we added, okay. So we install Java and the agent inside the machine. Okay. Got it. And how they talk using the agent, right? Using which protocol? This protocol, JNLP.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the agents know knows that the JNLP is the port number. So agents talk with the master using this port. Got it. Using a WebSocket that we enable in the configuration part, adding node that thing. So again, we need to add one more slave, okay. And here the agent, we need to install the agent, and we go to the master and we need to add one node and configure all things. Okay. So this agent, again, we need to install the agent all things, and it's also communicate with the same protocol.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah, fine.
If we
Thank
add more, because in this security group, we enable the port number 50,000 and the source IP is 00. So any IP, it will manage. Okay. For example, this machine have a different IP, this have a different IP. Again, we need to create another, or as any machine, each machine have different IP. So this will manage all things. Like, for example, we deploy application with the 80 protocol, right? For example, not this scenario, for deploy application with the 80 port. So we provide the source is anywhere on the internet, 000. So any device from the internet with any IP, the 80 will serve the application, right? Simultaneously, no issue for that. Same scenario is here.
So
Again, your voice is breaking.
in the slave servers, we did not add or edit any new ports or IPs. The master itself has a,
Yes, DNLP enabled.
yeah.
That's all.
So it may be very easy if we containerize slave, because you can have any number of slaves and those can
Uh,
be
Yes, containers have, but most probably Jenkins. This is a core part actually. We didn't inside a container scenario. We directly, for test purpose, we can directly insert Docker. Okay, Jenkins. We can easily spin up the Docker and install Jenkins. For a good purpose, I mean a best practice
virtual
is,
servers. Okay,
yes,
virtual servers may be good for
yes.
okay, understood.
Sometimes the
Yeah.
containers may face any issue or error. Our entire pipeline is down, right? So that the best practice is keeping, installing the Jenkins in our virtual machine directly. So today we will do the both scenario, okay, like single node and master and slave node. So anyone have any doubt? Installation part is done, right? And one more thing I need to add here, in Jenkins, okay, there is one thing called plugins. This is the plugin, okay. So why we use plugins means, for example, as per the requirement, for example, we need to add the Docker plugins or Kubernetes plugins, Maven plugins, or SSS plugins. Each scenario, we need to add the corresponding plugins to, to manage the service. So that we come here and choose the available plugins, and so many plugins are here, okay. As per the requirement, we need to install the plugins. For example, we need to, in our pipeline, okay, we need to scan our code using SonarQube. So we set up the SonarQube in another machine, but in here, Jenkins, we need to authenticate that SonarQube and all thing, okay. So we need to add the plugin for the SonarQube. So just search Sonar. The plugin is called Sonar Scanner. Yeah, this is scanner. So how we install the plugin? Just click and installation. Yeah, it's our plugin. Yeah,
on the right side it says install. Yeah.
I think it's changed the UI. And now it's installing. Yes, it's done. And we can see the thing in install the plugin. Search Sonar. Now it's installed. So this way we need to install all the services. I mean all the plugins. Got it. All done, right? You don't have any doubt? So we can wind up, right? Anyone?
Yes, sir, we can wind up. But I have a question not relating to this class, but the other one, as we discussed, like my instances which I terminated. So how can I bring them back so that I can do the rest of the lectures?
Can you share? Please?
Yeah, I can share my screen here.
Yeah.
Just a second. Okay, how do I share? Yeah, it is.
So the problem is,
So I hope you can see my screen.
yes, visible.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So now here, if I go to
This lab for the Kubernetes, right?
yeah,
Okay.
so I had many instances here which I terminated. Like as we discussed, I just right clicked on it and I said terminate instance, and now this not showing up in the list. Because of this, what happened is, as you can see on my screen, I'm not able to connect such to it. You see, it says connection timed out.
And go back.
But previously, previously I was able to create and delete the cluster also.
Okay. When we stopping mission and again restart, the IP will change. Okay, in that scenario. So you start the mission, go to action.
But this is not that machine which I was working on. Maybe it was a different one.
This is all the Kubernetes, right?
Yeah.
So which machine to create Kubernetes in this server 1 or server 2?
I think that's the name. It was like, I think I created a different instance for this Kubernetes itself, because as per your I think I created a new one. I forgot the name, but I can just quickly check and let you know. I'm opening it out right now. Just a minute. So is there any recording? Just a second. Is there any repository where we can find the previous terminated instances?
You just to find the instance by attribute, click that. Yes, the search bar.
Search, okay.
So there is instance is equal to terminate. Any option there? You just check. Instance is equal to
instance state. Should I choose this one? Instance state.
Scroll down. User state
equals.
Sorry? Yeah, click that one.
Yeah, equals.
Terminate.
Terminated. Yeah. No matching is it?
Yes, after some time it will go. That's why. Otherwise,
I think it's purged. Yeah, I think it's like AWS has purged it, I believe.
Yeah.
So like I think I have to redo this thing, right? The one which I was showing. Like recreate the cluster.
Yes. Your cluster is deleted, right? Scroll down.
Yeah. That cluster was deleted, yes.
Yep. It's deleted. Yep, it's deleted. So you just install one more machine and install the prerequisite. I mean the roles and permission. Then install kubectl. Then ekctl. Then do the same.
Okay, sir. I'll do that. If I have any questions, I'll get back to you. Thank you so much.
Fine. Yep. So all of you, we can wind up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then bye. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.